Would you like to create some awesome Christmas ornaments with lots of dimension and shine? Well, keep watching. I'll show you how. Hello, my beautiful creative friends. Welcome to day 4 of the 12 Days of Christmas Ornaments. I am Katya, and you're watching Lunar Sun Creations. Today, we are going to be working with little ceramic ornaments, and we are going to be working with alcohol inks. So if you do not have any ceramic ornaments to work with, you can use any non-porous white surface. If you don't have any other kind of non-porous white surface, you can even use things like wooden laser cut ornaments or canvas, little mini canvases, and use something like this canvas primer from Kamenskaya. And when you coat whatever it is with this stuff, it will make it so that you can use alcohol inks on it. But you do want it to be white, so you would paint whatever surface it is white, add the canvas primer, and then you would be able to use the alcohol inks on it. I am going to be working on these ceramic tiles though. My first step is to cover the back with some tape and then cut around it. Alcohol inks will come off of the backside of the ceramic little tiles or little ornaments. You can clean them, but I prefer to just not have to do that, so I want a nice clean backside. That sounded wrong as soon as it came out of my mouth. Ooh, you know what I mean. I don't want to have to clean. I don't want to have to clean it afterwards. So this way it keeps it clean right off the bat. Okay, off to a great start. All right, so I'm just going to grab a couple different kinds of alcohol inks. I have a variety of greens here. I felt like working with green today. And I've also got a couple alloys, a gilded and a mined. Okay, you can use whatever colors your little heart desires. I've also got a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol in a needle squeeze bottle. And we're literally going to just put some of the inks down and use a brush to move them around. I'm going in, this is Meadow, and the other one that I used was Rainforest Green. So I'm just going to get a little brush, squirt a little bit of the isopropyl on there in a few places. You can pick up your ornament and kind of let it move around. This is just going to be a very, very simple design. We're just going to pretty much just let the inks do what they want to do. Just going to add a little bit more of the Meadow, which is more, it's almost like a browny green, but I kind of think that it works with the bluish green of the Rainforest. Just a little bit more alcohol. And just gonna move them around a little bit with my paintbrush and kind of tilt it in different ways and let it go however it wants to go. Now I might have a little bit too much on here. I usually go a little bit overboard. So if you do get a little bit too much, you can just take a paper towel, baby wipe, whatever, and just mop a little bit of it up. Okay, and the nice thing about working with alcohol inks is that it, in layers especially, is that you can create different patterns with layers. So I'm going to let this one dry, and then I'm going to go in again with those same colors and leave them a little bit more separated. Okay, so that's the second layer. I'm gonna let that dry. Okay, so second layer is pretty much dry, but it's looking a little bit too one note. So I'm gonna go in with some Sublime here. And just a tiny bit more of that meadow. And kind of push it around. Okay, and then I'm gonna let that dry. This time I'm going in, I'm adding a little bit more kind of blobs of it as opposed to lines. Just to see what kind of effects we can get. Okay, and I'm gonna let that dry. I decided I wanted to break this one up just a little bit. So from quite far away, I'm going to mist it with the alcohol. Okay, so it's got some very cool reactions happening there. So you can go one step further if you so desire and use some Mixtion Relief and just kind of follow the outlines of where all of these patterns are. Just kind of flowing however you want to do it. I'm definitely, I need some practice with this Mixtion Relief. I'm not like super proficient at it, and I would like to get so I like practicing with it, especially when it's a project that is, you know, not high stakes. So if I don't like the way that this works out, I can always just do another one. Okay, I'd say that's probably enough, and I'll let that dry, and then we'll put some gold leaf on that one. Can also use a relief outliner. Might do copper maybe. And do the same kind of thing, but this one will just let dry on its own. Ooh, I'm just gonna blot it off on a piece of paper first. Make sure we've got a nice even line coming out. Sorry if my head is getting in the way. I'm trying to not let it do so. So I'm just literally kind of following whatever patterns my brain sees here. So yeah, just play with it. Art is just meant to be play. Just have fun. Nothing has to be perfect. Art is, you know, supposed to be a non-stress situation, at least in my opinion. Okay, so the Cern Relief has all dried on these. You can tell because it is clear. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick up where it is on here, but it's all clear now. This one might be able to show it a bit better. Can you see it there? Anyway, so it's tacky, but it's dry. This one is the one that I did in the copper, so it's all dry as well. So on one of these, I'm going to put gold leaf, and the other one I'm going to do silver. So I think I'm going to do silver on this one here. So I'm just going to take a sheet of my silver leaf, place it down over my ornament. Oh, I don't know if I got all of it. Let's see. And then it should just stay where those patterns are. So I've got a fluffy brush here, and I'm just going to take off all the, oh, I should move this out of the way so it doesn't get silver all over it. And as you brush it, it will make a mess, but it will also take off the silver everywhere but where those patterns are. So we've got that. Now we can just take the tape off the back side here. If there's any that is seeped through, you can just clean that up with a toothpick and some isopropyl alcohol. And then we just need to seal it and put a ribbon on it. So there's one. And then I'm just going to clean this up, and then I'll do the other one with gold in the same way. Now keep all these little bits because you can use them in other projects. So I'll be right back once I've cleaned this all up. Okay, and now I'll do this one with gold. Oh, I didn't do a very good job on that one. That's okay. We can grab some from the edge here and put it up at the top. Okay, rub it all in and brush it all off. I love this part, watching it like kind of appear. This brush might be a little bit too fluffy. Need one. This one's got a little bit more grit to it. Ooh, I like this one. It really does make a mess though. That one's really pretty. I really like that one a lot. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to glaze these with a polyurethane clear gloss just to seal in that foil and the alcohol ink. And I'll do about 3 coats of that, waiting a while between each coat, probably about 2 hours in between each coat. And then we'll put a ribbon on it. Okay, so here they are all varnished. I just put a little piece of like a metallic twine around the top because I thought they didn't need a whole lot. So there's the one. I think this one's my favorite. There's this one with the copper. And they've got 3 coats of the varnish on them. And then here is the one that I did with the silver foil. This one's a little bit kind of almost spacey, like a weird green moon. All right, so there they are. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you tomorrow for another ornament. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.